Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, today I want to speak to your heart about something timeless, something profoundly gentle, yet incredibly powerful, the gentle wisdom of the Buddha for a meaningful life. In this fast-moving world where noise is constant, ambitions burn fiercely, and hearts often feel heavy with anxiety, stress, and endless chasing, there exists a quiet voice from over 2,500 years ago that still whispers the deepest truths about how to live with peace, purpose, and joy. That voice belongs to Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. He did not speak with thunder. He did not command armies or build empires. He sat under a Bodhi tree, discovered the truth of human suffering and the path to end it, and then shared his gentle wisdom with whoever was willing to listen. His teachings were never forced. They were offered like a cool breeze on a scorching day, like a hand extended to someone lost in the darkness. Let me share with you today how the Buddha's gentle wisdom can transform your life into one of deep meaning, inner strength, and lasting happiness. First, embrace the reality of impermanence. The Buddha taught that everything in life is impermanent. Anicca, the flowers bloom and wither, youth fades, relationships change, success comes and goes. Even our own bodies are constantly changing. Many of us spend our lives fighting this truth. We cling desperately to people, possessions, status, and pleasures, only to suffer when they slip away. But the Buddha gently reminds us, do not cling. Understand the nature of things. When you truly accept impermanence, you stop wasting energy on futile resistance. You begin to cherish every moment more deeply. You love more fully because you know love is precious and temporary. You work with passion, yet without the madness of attachment to results. You live lightly, yet more meaningfully. Friends, imagine waking up each morning and saying to yourself, "This day is a gift, it will never come again." How would your attitude change? How much more present would you become with your family, your work, your own thoughts? That is the first gentle wisdom. Acceptance of change brings freedom. Second, understand the root of suffering. The Buddha's very first teaching after enlightenment was the Four Noble Truths. He said, life contains suffering, dukkha, but suffering is not meaningless, it has a cause. The cause, he taught, is our endless craving, our attachment, our ignorance. We crave more money, more recognition, more pleasure, more certainty. When we don't get it, we suffer. Even when we get it, we fear losing it, and we suffer again. But here comes the beautiful, hopeful part. The Buddha did not stop at diagnosing the problem. He gave us the cure. He said, suffering can end, and there is a path to end it. The Noble Eightfold Path. This path is not about punishing yourself or escaping life. It is about living wisely, ethically, and mindfully. Right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. It is a gentle path, a path of balance, not too tight, not too loose, like tuning a musical instrument. When you walk this path, you slowly loosen the grip of craving. You begin to find peace, not in external achievements, but within yourself. You discover that true happiness is an inside job. Third, practice compassion and loving kindness. One of the most beautiful gifts of Buddha's wisdom is Metta, loving kindness, and Karuna, compassion. The Buddha taught that we are all connected. Every being wants to be happy and free from suffering, just like you. When you understand this, hatred, jealousy, and judgment naturally begin to dissolve. He encouraged us to cultivate goodwill towards all, starting with ourselves. Many of us are our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up for past mistakes, for not being enough. But the Buddha would gently place his hand on your shoulder and say, "You too deserve kindness. You too are worthy of love." Begin each day by wishing yourself well. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease. Then extend that wish to your loved ones, to neutral people, and even to those who have hurt you. This practice softens the heart. It removes the heavy burden of anger and resentment. It creates space for joy and connection. In a world full of division and conflict, this gentle wisdom of universal compassion is revolutionary. It heals individuals and it can heal societies. Fourth, live mindfully in the present moment. The Buddha's most practical teaching for daily life is mindfulness. Sati. He taught, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." How often do we miss our own lives? We eat, but our mind is on tomorrow's worries. We spend time with family, but our thoughts are scrolling through problems at work. We achieve success, but cannot enjoy it because we are already chasing the next goal. Mindfulness brings us back home, to this breath, to this step, to this conversation, to this beautiful, ordinary moment. When you walk, walk mindfully. When you eat, eat mindfully. When you work, work mindfully. When you rest, rest mindfully. This simple yet profound practice reduces anxiety, sharpens clarity, deepens gratitude, and makes every experience richer. Life stops feeling like a race and starts feeling like a dance. Fifth, cultivate inner peace through detachment and wisdom. The Buddha lived a life of extreme luxury as a prince and then extreme austerity as an ascetic. He discovered that neither extreme brings lasting peace. The middle way, balance, is the key. He taught detachment, not as cold indifference, but as wise, non-clinging. Enjoy life's pleasures without becoming enslaved by them. Face difficulties without being broken by them. True freedom, he said, comes from understanding the true nature of reality, that behind all phenomena there is no permanent, independent self. This insight dissolves ego, pride, and fear. When the ego becomes lighter, you become kinder, more generous, more courageous, and more joyful. My dear friends, the Buddha's wisdom is not reserved for monks in monasteries. It is for you, the student, the parent, the entrepreneur, the artist, the worker, the dreamer. You don't need to shave your head or renounce the world. You only need to open your heart and apply these gentle truths in your daily life. Accept change with grace. Let go of harmful cravings. Speak and act with kindness. Live fully in the present. Cultivate wisdom and compassion every day. When you do this, your life transforms quietly but powerfully. You will still face challenges. The Buddha never promised a life without pain, but you will face them with a calm mind and an open heart. You will find meaning not in accumulating more, but in becoming more aware, more loving, more free. You will discover that happiness is not something you chase far away. It is already within you, waiting to bloom when you remove the weeds of ignorance and attachment. So today, I invite you to make a gentle commitment to yourself. Start small. Choose one teaching, perhaps mindfulness of breath for 5 minutes a day, or sending loving kindness to someone who annoys you, or practicing gratitude before sleep. Let the gentle wisdom of the Buddha guide your steps. In the words of the Buddha himself, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Let us all strive to live by these beautiful truths. May you walk the path of wisdom with a light heart. May you find peace in every breath. May your life become a living example of the gentle, profound, and transformative wisdom of the Buddha. And may all beings everywhere be happy, peaceful, and free. Thank you. May your life be deeply meaningful